I live in a very remote area as well. I went to a conference by this artist who got published by Gallimard, which in French is a very acclaimed publisher in France. There's not that many people from Quebec that got published there, and one of them who got published there lives here, close to here. And she knew about my work. She knew about the canvas and everything. She's actually subscribed, and she came to talk to me after the conference. And I might have made a friend. We'll see how that goes. But we talked about one of the things that we hate about the region, because she seems also to be a bit unhappy with the way things are in where we live. And one of the things, and it's so crazy because she freaked out about it. And I've really seen a generation gap, or a clash of generations on that very specific topic. And one of the things that she identified as a big problem here, and I brought up, and she was really happy, and we did that in public during her conference. And we talked about how when you live in a remote area, especially in rural areas, you don't walk anymore. First, there's you live on a country road. So that means if there is a sidewalk, cars are still rolling by at 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour. She was like, since I moved here in a rural area from urban centers, I have not walked anymore. I take my car to go to the groceries. I take my car to go everywhere I need. And because of that, I haven't been walking, and it's really been putting a toll on my mental health. And after the conference, some old ladies came to us because they were kind of angry, but they weren't letting it know that they were angry. We're like, but what do you mean you can't walk here in this beautiful region of ours? We have the beach, we have the sea, we have the forest. And I've talked about this anecdote to another older lady, and this older lady was like, I walk every day. I walk an hour per day. And these old ladies, because it's mostly ladies, who actually go on leisurely walks. But there's a difference between going on a leisurely walk for fun or to relax or whatever, which is not even great here. If you want to go on a walk to the beach or a walk in the woods, you got to take your car to go there. But first, you have to have the time. And also, you have to have nothing better to do than just walking for fun, which I don't do personally, and which the author I was talking about also doesn't do. What made me walk in Montreal was walking made as an active mode of transportation, a reliable mode of transportation. You can walk to a cafe, you can walk to the museum, you can walk to a restaurant, you can walk to a park. Here, you can't walk anywhere. You got to take a car. And yes, you can take a car to go to the beach and walk at the beach, but then you're walking for no fucking reason. You have to walk for the sake of walking instead of walking as a mode of transportation. And I think there's a huge difference there. And these old ladies can't imagine, because they've lived here their whole lives, can't imagine walking as an active mode of transportation. How's the bike situation over there? Well, you share the road with people on a country road. People are going between 80 and 100, often above 100 kilometers per hour. I don't know how many miles per hour that is. Most of them are ladies. How misogynistic of you to assume that. It's true though, from my personal experience, it's all ladies. I think it's, and when you look outside and the people walking on their leisurely walks, it's always ladies. I have no idea. Men don't walk here. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, or if it's global. Who goes on leisurely walks when you think of old people? At least to me, it's not men, it's women. At least here, I think men are all fucked physically because they were all doing some really shit jobs back in the day that really fucked their bodies. Women used to stay at home, so they're a bit more in shape than men are. Maybe that's why they walk. Sneaky Revenant, with so much hatred for cars, says fuck cars, fuck cars, fuck cars, fuck cars, fuck cars. Now, you got to be tolerant, Sneak Revenant. You got to preach radical tolerance, okay? We got to be tolerant towards cars. Can you go by bike to go, let's say, take a bike to go to the forest or to go to the beach? Yeah, probably. There's no bike infrastructure, so it's not as fun to bike, next to cars that are going really, really fast. And a lot of semi-trucks as well. I also have a strong dislike for cars, don't worry. Wow, gender roles, I know, right? You pretend to be progressive. I'm applying a systemic analysis, a sociological analysis to how past gender roles, especially when it came to work and housework, made it so that older generations has impacted older generations people's healths according to their gender, and because of that, it affects their lifestyles today. Okay, my car will inherit my wealth when I die. I'm very happy to hear that, Joe 5568-3.